This into the skin. This is how I saw the girls doing it on TikTok. So we're gonna press. What is that? What is that? Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I want to do something that I think I've never done here on my channel before, and that is a full face using only one brand. And today's brand, we are featuring none other than E.L.F. Cosmetics. I saw a TikTok video that made me want to do this video. So if you guys want to see what all the products that I use, how I got this look, and what my thoughts are on E.L.F. Cosmetics, well then definitely keep watching. Okay guys, so honestly, I don't know if I've ever done a video of like a full face of one makeup brand. If I have, it has been so long, I truly don't remember it. But the reason why I wanted to do E.L.F. Cosmetics was for two reasons. One, I saw this product on TikTok. Literally the people that I saw this from sold me on this powder. They literally put it on and like their skin just looked so blurred, so airbrushed. It looked absolutely flawless. I was like, well shit, now I gotta get it. Now I gotta get it. And then two, I'm still thoroughly impressed with E.L.F. Cosmetics, like customer service. If you guys don't remember, back in like December, I had a mystery box and they sent me the 2021 advent calendar, and we went back and forth in the emails. I'm pretty sure I'll never be on their PR list just because I was like, this is not acceptable. But to rectify the situation, they were so sweet, pretty much told me that it is what it is, and then they sent me 3 of their O face lipsticks that I still have not tried. So I will still give the brand, you know, credit for being super kind in the emails, for trying to rectify the situation to what they thought was the best solution. And I just didn't bother fighting it because it just didn't matter at that point. Here we are a couple months later, and now I'm going to do a full face of E.L.F. products. I just realized though, I don't have a highlighter and I don't have an eyeshadow palette. The only eyeshadow palette that I do have from E.L.F. is the Chipotle one, but that came out like almost 3 years ago. And I don't know, I really want to play with this LA Girl 4Play eyeshadow palette. I just picked this up. It's like $3 or $4, same price range as E.L.F. And I've never tried anything from LA Girl, so it's not entirely a full face of E.L.F. Cosmetics products, but we're pretty much close to it. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to start with my brows. I did pick up the E.L.F. This is the Instant Brow Lift Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. They were kind of limited on the options that they had, at least at Target. They were limited. I was actually at Target with Teresa and I picked up a few of these products. Oh my God, going to Target with Teresa was freaking hilarious. We were over there this past weekend, and let me tell you, we were in the drugstore section and I was helping her pick out all the new drugstore makeup to try out because I've literally been living for drugstore makeup recently. I'm actually going to do a video of my favorite drugstore products because I have this new makeup routine that I'm truly so obsessed with. Not everything's drugstore, but I'm so obsessed with this makeup routine. It is making my face look so good and it's holding my oil at bay. I literally showed my face after I wore the makeup for 8 hours and I was like dewy, not even oily, just dewy. And Teresa's like, oh shit, what foundation is that? I'm like, it's the Revlon foundation. This Revlon foundation is becoming like a holy grail of mine. And I'm gonna show you guys a full routine later this week. But we were at Target and we were doing the drugstore shopping, and let me tell you, we were having so much fun. We had sushi right beforehand, but while we were in the drugstore section, man, there were some kids just farting up a storm because it smelled so freaking bad. Like they were literally shitting their pants. Ooh, I don't know if I ever used pencil like this before. And I was being choked out. I literally was like, oh my God, someone like shit their pants. And Teresa and I were dying of laughter.
What is that? Did you shit? God damn!
Because it was like literally choking us out. I was like, I don't know how much longer I can stand here and help you find makeup, Teresa, because I'm literally like, I'm gagging. I was gagging at the smell.
Megan, are you okay?
Listen, I have tummy issues, all right? Y'all know I'm lactose intolerant. I have tummy issues. But man, if I was farting like that in Target, I'd be laughing. But still, I literally looked at Teresa and was like, this ain't Walmart. This ain't Walmart. We don't do this here in this classy section at Target.
I mean, that's nasty.
And yes, I know you guys all keep asking me, when are me and Teresa doing a video together? I promise, guys, we will be doing one soon. It's just a little bit harder to get together in terms of filming because Teresa is so busy with work that it's really hard for us to coordinate the schedules to film a video. I'm pretty flexible, but it's pretty much when she has the time. But we are planning it. We already have a video in mind that we want to do. It's just a matter of getting it done. But that it's also hard because like whenever we are together, we just enjoy hanging out and spending time together, that we are laughing and we're not really thinking about making content. But I promise, guys, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, so this is definitely like not bad at all. This is definitely filling in. Not my favorite, but it's definitely not bad. Moving into eyes, we are gonna go in with the LA Girl. This is the 4Play eyeshadow palette right here. I picked this up from Ulta. Like I said, it's like $4. Super freaking cheap. I've never played with anything from LA Girl before, so this is gonna be a first impression for me. I'm excited. Like I said, I've really been enjoying drugstore makeup recently. I don't know what it is. I feel like even though they're getting to be quite expensive for drugstore, I just have really been enjoying it, and the products are just as good as high-end, if not better. I'm just gonna quickly go in with my Pete Louise base right here. So I got notified this morning that today is March 14th, and literally 3 years ago was my last shift at Disney. Like my last shift at Animal Kingdom. And, oh, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of makes me sad. Like, I remember being my last day over Animal Kingdom. It was a 8 o'clock close, and I was downstairs. It was a Sunday, and I remember I said goodbye to all my coworkers, and I was like, oh, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Like, right? See you guys in 2 weeks. I remember I did a video. I even, like, in my freaking video talking about, like, Disney's closed, like, now what? I even got emotional because I have been seeing the Tree of Life for 11 years, you know, for literally 5 days out of the week. And to not see it for 2 weeks was definitely like a shock to me that I was not expecting. So I never thought that 3 years later I would not be there. I don't know where I thought I'd be, but I didn't expect this. And you know what? It's been such a crazy ride. I've had amazing opportunities happen to me that I never thought were possible. Like I got to be flown out to LA with Glamlight. I got to have a brush collaboration. Go in with this shade right here. I got to have a eyeshadow palette like Project Influencer. I got to meet some incredible people. I got to make new friends. Truly, it's been such a journey. But there are times where I definitely miss that place. And definitely times when I'm kind of questioning if I made the right decision by not going back, because they called me back a year later, but they wanted full time, and I just couldn't give them full time without sacrificing YouTube in the process. So I decided to jump off that cliff and just do YouTube full time. And now I wouldn't say a part of me regrets it, but a part of me regrets it, because now I feel like YouTube is not where it once was for me. And I am making a little bit less money than what I used to make, and it's definitely really scary because I can see that there definitely is money to be had. Trust me, I've seen some of my coworkers and they're doing absolutely phenomenal. I'm like, oh my God, yes, good for you. Like, that's exciting. But I'm over here going, all right, like, hopefully me too, you know, just because it is hard. And it's, you know, knowing that we're going into like, I don't want to say we're going to like recession, but times are definitely a lot harder right now, right? For a lot of people. I just feel like makeup is just one of those things that people are not really paying attention to, especially on YouTube because of TikTok. So sometimes I question whether or not I made the right decision, and I get really scared. And then whenever I go back to Animal Kingdom and I visit my husband who still works there, my best friend who bartends with him, I start to get like sad. Like, did I make a mistake? I still see some of my old coworkers there, and I'm like, oh, like, do I want to come back? Like, I don't know. It's just one of those like really like mixed feelings that I get, because there are people there that I, you know, loved working with. There's people there that I don't care to work with. You know, it's one of those places that you love and hate at the same time. Like, it is what it is. Like, the people can make it great and some people can make it not great. But the job itself, I made phenomenal money. I loved it. And I always wondered what my life would have been. I'm going to go into this shade right here. If COVID didn't happen, like, where would I be? Would I still be at that job? Like, I'm always going to wonder. And there's people that, like, I never even had a chance to say goodbye to, because once COVID hit, they got let go, and I never had an opportunity to say bye to them. And I'm just, like, always hoping that they're doing well. I check up on them whenever I can. But it's just not what I expected, you know. It definitely is like a bittersweet moment when I see that it's been exactly 3 years since I worked at that place. Now, granted, I now go there all the time, and I sit at the bar with my husband, and I enjoy a nice little cocktail. I eat the delicious food, but sometimes I just wonder, what would life have been like if I went back, or COVID never happened? Like, where would I be in that place? So yeah, it's been exactly 3 years, guys, since I worked there, and it is just So weird thinking that, because it also feels like it was just yesterday that I was working that place. Like, it's crazy that I can literally remember my last day. I can literally remember my last day there. So crazy. But fun fact, I was just eating food there on Friday. All right, now I'm going to go into this shade right here. I will say, that brown, it's not the brown that I expected. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a little bit prettier. It's more like a Duty brown. Like, it looks like Duty. And I don't really think it's that pretty. But I will say these two little shimmer shades are really pretty, actually. And they're laying down nicely. I'm sure if I put down glitter glue, these probably would have had more of a pop. But I actually wanted to go more soft today. So I'm liking how these are blending out and laying down really nicely. I'm not having any sort of issues. There's not really much fallout. There's a little bit of kick up in the pan. But other than that, it's nice. All right, guys, so now that the eyes are done, it's cute and really nothing to it, honestly. It's a little simple couple $1 palette from LA Girl. I like the formula, so I'm kind of curious to see what else this brand has to offer. So I will be checking out this brand in the future. So for primer, we're going to go in with the E.L.F. This is the Power Grip Primer plus 4% niacinamide. Niacinamide is fantastic if you have oily skin like myself, so we're going to go ahead and use this today. So I have to ask, where were you guys at 3 years ago? Are you guys still working the same job? Are you guys in a different state? Like, where are you guys at 3 years later after COVID struck the US and everything got shut down? I'm just really curious to know if you guys are like in a better place, if you like where life is at now. Just really kind of curious. Don't get me wrong, I do love doing YouTube, but there are just some aspects of that my old job that like I do miss. I also just miss the interaction. I miss having people to talk to. Like, I miss like my coworkers, because we would have a lot of fun. I miss the crazy stories that I would like, you know, get to tell my friends, like, oh my God, you don't believe what happened today with this guest or so and so. Like, I miss that moment. So now I get to live through it vicariously through Corey. I have to say, this is my first time using this primer, and oh my gosh, she is sticky. She's very, very, very sticky. Ooh, so I was not expecting that. So for foundation, we're going to go in with the E.L.F. This is the Camel CC Cream Foundation. You guys can see that mine is well loved. I really do love this E.L.F. CC Cream. I think it's fantastic. I did a review on it long ago, and I'm still really, really, really enjoying this foundation. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down today and start to cover the face. Like I said, it's the first time I'm using the E.L.F. Power Grip Primer with niacinamide. Everybody's like loves this primer. I've seen so many people rave about it. So I was like, well, I gotta check it out myself. I gotta try it because I've never tried it before. You know, fun fact, my very first makeup brushes that I used on my channel was actually E.L.F. makeup brushes, because that's literally all I can afford. Remember when the E.L.F. makeup brushes used to be $1 to $3? They used to have those really big makeup palettes that had like 15 shadows in them for like $10. Oh my gosh, I miss when E.L.F. used to be really, really, really affordable. And this was a couple years ago. I would go and buy my foundation brush, all my eye brushes, everything was E.L.F. because E.L.F. was super affordable, and the brushes were actually really good quality. I really enjoyed how affordable E.L.F. used to be back then. They definitely have upped their prices, but they're still pretty affordable in my eye. Like, I mean, the blushes and the bronzers, I think they're like $5 or $6. They definitely are not too expensive. Like, I know those little mini like eyeshadow palettes are like $3 or $4 for those 4 shadows. Not a bad price, but man, I do miss how affordable the brand used to be. So for concealer, we're going to go in with the Hydrating Camel Concealer. I actually did pick this up because I realized I didn't have any E.L.F. concealers. So I picked this one up. This is a hydrating one. I remember when the first one came out, everybody went crazy over it. I have the shade called Light Ivory. This is the only light shade they had available at the time. So this is just what we're going to work with today. I really don't remember what my thoughts are on the E.L.F. camo concealers. I know that these went viral years ago, but I think it was just the camo one. These are the hydrating ones, so I don't think I think these ones are a little bit different, but wow, I could definitely say the coverage on this is freaking fire. Look at that. It is so full coverage. Like, I haven't even dipped back in, and this covered the whole face. Nice. If you guys hear lawn people, I'm sorry. I thought that they were done, but I guess they're not. I'm just going to quickly set my under eyes really fast with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Face Brightening Palette. I just don't want this to crease at all, so we're just going to go ahead and quickly set the under eye. We are going to go in with the powder just a little bit, but I do have some cream products to try. Now, when I was at Target, I didn't see any powder, bronzer, or blush from E.L.F. I know they have them, but I didn't see any of my shades. So we're just going to go with what I have, which is going to be the E.L.F. Putty Bronzer and E.L.F. Putty Blush. We're just going to go with these today. So I'm going to go in with the shade... Well, I don't know what shade. This is like the lightest one. I think it's like Tan Lines or something like that. I don't honestly remember, but we're going to use this today for bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sponge in here. And we are going to go ahead and bronze up the face with this. I feel like I need to have a bronzer brush. I'm sure I have one of the bronzer brushes. I just haven't really. You know what? Let me actually use this. There we go. So this is going to be the shade Tan Lines. This is actually really pretty. Now I am going to go over my face with the powder, bronzer, and blush, but I'm just going to use like some drugstore versions just because I couldn't find E.L.F. powder, brush, and bronzer. So, and I am using the brush E55. This is from the Ice Queen collection from Bling Brushes, which you guys can use code Allie to save you guys 10% off when shopping at Bling Brushes. So I'm going to just tap this in. I feel like this would be the perfect like cream bronzer. I feel like this would be the perfect cream brush for me to use for cream bronzers. So for blush, I'm going with the shade Bora Bora right here. This is really bright pink blush. I have not used this yet, so I'm really curious to see how I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna use my sponge again because I don't know if I have like a brush for blush. So we're gonna try this first. See if this will give me any sort of pigment. Ooh, this is really bright pink. Okay. She is pigmented. Now, I actually did see that they were doing a new luminous putty bronzer and a new luminous putty blush. So it's going to have like little sparkles in it. I almost picked up one of those, but then I was like, you know what? It's going to have like glitter in it. And I already am, you know, just dipping my toes into cream products because I really don't use a lot of cream because I am so oily. But I was like, let me just go ahead and not get that today because I don't want to get it and then be like, oh my God, I hate this because it has so much like, it looked like glitter. It looked like straight up glitter in it. So I was like, let me just go ahead and pass on that. But I will say this is a really, really pretty blush. She's a little pinky. But she's diffusing really, really nicely. This is why I wanted to do this video. It's this right here. This is the E.L.F. HD Sheer Powder. It says that this is a high definition loose powder, creates a soft focus effect onto the skin, helps mask fine lines and imperfections for radiant looking complexion. I literally saw people doing this on TikTok and I was like, damn it. You know, I don't know why I bothered doing this because every time I try products from TikTok, I end up hating it every time. I get sold and then I'm like, why did I get this? So I really hope I like this. I know they have a new like Halo Glow setting powder, but I didn't like the idea of it being halo. I think because it said it had mica in it, and mica is known for like highlighters. That's what they use it for. So I was like, let me not. But I'm gonna take this sheer setting powder. I really hope. Ooh, this is gonna look pretty. I need my powder puff, and we're going to start to just press this into the skin. This is how I saw the girls doing it on TikTok. So we're gonna press.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What is that? What is that? First off, it is not blending out. Do you guys see that? And it's settling into my pores. Like you can see the white dots in my pores. No!
Oh, don't cry. Are you?
No! Why?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Every single pore that I have visible, it's literally setting into. And what is happening? This is literally, do you guys see this? It's like clinging to the hair follicles. What is it doing? Okay, you know what? Okay, let's try it with a sponge on the other side. See how that looks with a sponge application instead. Okay, so it seems that with a sponge, it's more melting into the skin. At least that's what it looks like from here. I'm gonna look it up close. But it looks like it's melting into the skin with a sponge rather than a powder puff, which is crazy because I use a powder puff for everything. I absolutely love my powder puff. It's been a holy grail for me. But for some reason, this is very powdery. But for some reason, this is just not, look at the difference. Look at the difference. This has a white cast to it. This is more melting in. What the heck? Okay, so note to self, don't use a powder puff with this. Do we see this? Do we see the difference between the two? First off, it made my foundation go away. Do you see that? But where's my pores? My pores are like virtually gone. Oh, okay. So let me just run this over with my sponge. See if this will help at all. Okay, so definitely did remove my product off the nose, but it is what it is. I have to say it actually did melt in a little bit easier the second I went over it with a wet sponge. So typically, like I said, I love to use my powder puff, but for some reason, it does not like the powder puff. So we're just going to use this product with a wet sponge. I don't know, I feel like the wet sponge really helped it to melt into the skin. But the powder puff, like, it just like made it look so bad. It was just not looking good at all. But like now that I used a wet sponge, it's like melted the product into the skin, and it really is making my pores look pretty blurred. Granted, they're still there. Like, I could still see the texture. I could still see like the pores in my face, but they definitely look super soft. They look really, really soft. So I really do appreciate that. So I'm just going to quickly go over my face with some light bronzer and blush, and then we're gonna move on to the highlighter and lips and mascara and all that. I didn't have an e.l.f. highlighter, so we're gonna go into the Revlon Skin Likes right here. This is gonna be in the shade 201 Daybreak. I'll have everything I'm wearing on my face linked down below, so just in case you guys wanna check it out yourself, I'll have it all linked. But I'm just gonna use this today to just lightly tap this in. This is definitely more golden than what I was going for, but she's working out. So I picked up the new e.l.f. This is the Lash and Roll Curling and Lift Clean Vegan Formula. This is supposed to be the dupe to the Benefit Roller Lash, and I really want to see if it is, because I absolutely love the Benefit Roller Lash. I tell you guys all the time, it's one of my favorite mascaras, and this is supposed to be the dupe to it. So let's see how this looks. Oh! Oh! And that's a dupe. That's a dupe. So let me go ahead and curl my lashes. We're going to try out this mascara. If it's like the same, if not better, then y'all would have just found yourself a really cheap alternative. So let me go ahead and curl my lashes. This literally looks and feels the exact same. What the heck? Okay, so here is the e.l.f. Here's the roller lash. First off, really kind of color comparison. So on the left-hand side, we're going to have the e.l.f. right here. And then on the right, we have the roller lash. I think e.l.f. understood the assignment. I think e.l.f. understood the assignment. Oh my gosh. I mean, they literally even did the freaking black and pink, like almost no shame. So for lips, we have the 3 O Face Satin Lipstick shades right here. Now, they had asked me what shades I wanted, and I was like, you know what? Why don't you guys pick what your favorite 3 shades are? So they did. So I don't really know what these look like. I have not opened them yet, but I've seen so many people talk about these. So we're going to try them out today. I'll see which one is the best shade for me. Like I said, I have no clue how the formula is, nothing. They sent these over. So first shade we have, this is the shade called Shameless. It's going to look like so. Let me go and swatch this. Ooh, okay. So this is going to be like a mauve pinky shade, a little bit on the deeper berry tone side, actually. All right. Then we have this red shade. This is called No Regrets, this beautiful red. Here's that shade right there. Then I have a shade called Own It. Looks like on the pink, like a pinky side. Oh, okay. This is like almost like a deeper red right here. So we have these 3 shades right here. Honestly, I don't think that these 3 shades would really fit my eye look. If I'm going to be truthful with you guys, I feel like because I have a green eye look, I don't know how the red would look. Or, I mean, I guess we can go for this shade right here. If like this would be like the closest shade that would probably be more reasonable for my eye look. So that's what we're going to go with today. I don't know if I've ever really used an e.l.f. product, if I'm honest. So I'm going to quickly line my lips. I'm just going to go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is a caramel lip liner right here. It's just sitting right in front of my face. I'm just going to use this today. Okay, now that lips are lined, this is definitely not going to be the right shade for it, but we're just going to use it anyway. I'm going to go into the shade called Shameless right here and see how this works. It's not bad. And these like magnetic, it feels like. Okay, cool. And then for the setting spray, we're going to go in with the Magic Mist and Set. This is a fine, clear setting spray that helps makeup stay in place and control shine for beautiful looking skin. So we're going to go ahead and use this today. I don't know if I've ever used this before. Like the mist on that is really intense. All right guys, so while this dries down, I'm gonna zoom you guys out and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on a full face using e.L.F. Cosmetics. All right guys, and this is the final look. So I definitely have some thoughts on the makeup products that we have here in front of us today. So first thing, we have this brow pencil right here. Not my favorite. It's not. I really do prefer my brow pomade, but I will say it does a good job at least filling this part in right here. I didn't really line too much right here. I was trying, but it didn't really want to work with me, but it does fill in the brows. I love the little spoolie they have on this. I'm going to keep using this product because it does get the job done, but it's definitely not my favorite. We have the e.l.f. Niacinamide Power Grip Primer. This worked beautifully. It felt like freaking glue. Like it felt like glue on my face, but I really enjoyed this product. I'm gonna keep using this. I'm actually gonna try this on my Holy Grail products that I love to kind of put it to the test that way, but so far it's working out incredible. I love the way it felt. I love the way it just gripped the foundation. Speaking of foundation, I already did a review on this. I absolutely love this foundation. You guys know how I feel about this. I've already told you this time and time again. This is great. I really do enjoy this. So I have nothing bad to say about this. We have the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. It is a little creasing under the eye. Like I can see some creasiness there, but honestly, I think it has more to do with like my fine lines than anything else. I have nothing bad to say about this because it worked. It was very full coverage. A little bit went a long way, so I feel like this is going to last me quite some time. Then we do have the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer and the e.l.f. Putty Blush. Both are beautiful products. Both went on incredibly smoothing. They were so blendable. They're pigmented. I really do enjoy these. I'm going to keep using them. Probably the bronzer more than the blush, but I definitely have been enjoying this. This worked out gorgeously. But I think truly the star of the show has to be this damn like e.l.f. HD powder right here. At first, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, I literally was like, it's just, this is horrible. This just messed up the whole base. But then the second that I went in with a damp beauty sponge, it just like melted into the skin. And now my skin looks so incredibly smooth. It is very, very smoothing. It looks so blurred. It looks so diffused. I can see why this is going viral all over TikTok. I can see why everybody's talking about this because literally my skin looks so smooth right now. Like even from here, I can tell that I have a little bit of texture on my face, but my pores are not nearly as visible as they typically are in other products. And I'm just kind of like, now if I used a pore filling primer and then I went in with this afterwards, I think I would really minimize the appearance of the pores. I think it really would do something right there. So I definitely say that out of everything I tried today, this is probably my favorite product so far. I'm going to keep using this. I'm going to keep putting this to the test. But right now it is making my skin look so freaking smooth, so freaking blurred. And I'm just like, oh shit, where have you been? I really have been enjoying that. The e.l.f. The LA Girl, it's a really pretty palette. It got the job done, no fallout, blended really easily, does have pigment to it. So I'm going to keep playing with this. I'm going to keep checking out this brand. And then we have the e.l.f. Roller Lash. I really like it. I think it's getting the job done. It is so similar to the Benefit Roller Lash. It's not even funny. I think the quality is amazing. I think that if you want to try the Roller Lash, but you don't want to pay the price point for it, just get the e.l.f. It is the perfect dupe of that mascara. I'm going to keep using it. I love how soft the bristles were. It definitely does lift and separate, and I am enjoying how that looks. And then we do have the Magic Mist Setting Spray. I don't really have anything to say about it other than that was a really powerful mist. The Revlon Lights, I've already reviewed this before, so you guys know I like that. But last thing we have is the e.l.f. Satin Lipsticks. I will say, it's very pigmented. It's very pigmented. It's super comfortable on the lips. I barely feel it sitting on my lips right now. Not my favorite color. It's really not my favorite color. I don't really think it goes with this eye look personally, but the formula is incredible. It feels like nothing on the lips. It feels like I'm gently wearing chapstick. I don't feel it sitting there. It's so full coverage. It has a nice little shine to it, which I really do appreciate. I'm so tempted to mix other products with it to get it like a different color, but we're gonna go with it what we have today because it is working. But I would say I'm so excited because this, I think, is the first time I had a video in the last couple weeks where I didn't have any fails so far. I actually enjoy this. I think e.l.f. has so many wonderful products, and God, it's been a minute since I've really used some of their stuff, and I'm just kind of sitting here going, damn, like I have been missing out on some good products this entire time because I was so focused on like, you know, high-end makeup that I forget like drugstore makeup is really coming around. It's really fantastic. A lot of these products are better than the high-end and they're more affordable. Though I will say drugstore is getting pretty expensive. It's still cheaper than the high-end products, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm really loving how my base looks. My base is probably like my favorite right now. I just love how it looks. I love how soft focus it is. It is just, I think it's incredibly beautiful and I'm living for it. So yeah, guys, let me know down below what you guys thought of this video and what brand do you guys want me to feature next. You guys want to see full face of Maybelline, full face of L'Oreal, full face of Revlon, full face of Hard Candy, full face of Wet n Wild. Let me know down below what brand you guys want me to feature next. Guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for changing my life. It has been an incredible 3 years. It has been the biggest emotional, mental roller coaster I have ever been on. At some points, I'm so high. Other points, I am so low. But you guys are here with me every step of the way, holding my hand, guiding me through, and it would not be possible without each and every single one of you. So truly, thank you guys for everything that you guys have done for me the last 3 years. It is just, thank you. But yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, Art for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribe, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye. I saw this product on TikTok, and it made because for 2 reasons. One, now when I was at Target, I didn't really see any powder, brush, or bronzer. Now, so let me go ahead and let this dry down. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out, and then I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on the full face of using E.L.F. All right, guys, so I'm gonna let this dry down, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out, and I'm gonna give you guys my full opinion. Nothing not about. Okay, guys, so then we do have the E.L.F. Putty